Celebrate over 20 years of building the future of tennis. Third round match at your 2026 National Bank Open, presented by Rogers. And our players are on their way. Please welcome from Switzerland, Victoria Golubic.
For Iga Swiatek, well, she dropped just 3 games against Sarah Bejlek on Monday, and as ever, will be one of the contenders for the title next week. Afternoon then, welcome, day 5 at the 2026 National Bank Open, presented by Rogers. My name is Mark Valley. Thank you for joining myself and Anna Smith here on Centre Court for this first match, which is an interesting matchup, Anna, between the experienced Victoria Golubic and the 25 times tour winner, Iga Swiatek.
Yeah, it is an interesting one, as you said. I think it's going to depend a lot on which Iga Swiatek turns up. Is it going to be the Iga Swiatek of the first 9 games we saw in our opening match, or the second half of that set? It was a very contrasting performance, wasn't it? She raced out of the blocks, and if that's the Swiatek that we're going to see, I think this is going to be a very tough day at the office for Golubic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Swiatek will be wanting to start in a similar fashion to the way she did against Sarah Bejlek, but yeah, that little mid-match wobble really was a concern, and that match could have easily gone to a third set and could have been a whole different result in the end.
Oh, it really could. Bejlek had opportunities, didn't she, in that second set for Swiatek? As you said, the form was really concerning, just how the level dropped off so dramatically, but I'm sure her and her team would have looked at that and looked to address it today.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, even though Swiatek has had her troubles, not reached a final this year, she still is one of the very best in the game, and always a player that somebody or anybody wants to try and beat. Never an easy task. And there's the Arturo Russo, our umpire, for the first match today.
So Dave will do the coin toss for us. Please, after the coin toss, a picture all together. So just a couple of reminders from my side. We have net machine as usual. The 2 set clocks are at the back, 1 and 2, and boxes for the towels on the 2 sides. Victoria, the blue one, please. Iga, the towel box with the red tape on it, the red one, yes. Other than that, live electronic calling. You will see the close calls on the big LED wall. Video review available. If you want to review anything, you just let me know. You don't have to stop. We can check it at the end of the point. Okay? Any questions? No. Victoria, we have here for you heads, Tennis Canada, or tails, National Bank. Tails, National Bank. Okay. Dave. And heads, Iga. Yeah, she took tails. You stay? Okay. Receive. Okay. I fought all together. Thank you very much.
So, like the first match for Iga Swiatek, winning the toss, deciding not to either serve or receive, but prioritise choosing the end, and Golubic was given the choice, and Golubic deciding to receive. It is third round action here at the National Bank Open, presented by Rogers. Victoria Golubic against Iga Swiatek. And whoever does come through this match, what a match they will face in the 4th round, either Marta Kostyuk or Madison Keys. That match, the third match, a little later on over on Grandstand. So our 2 players for this first match today, starting with Victoria Golubic. 33 years of age, from Switzerland, currently just outside the world's top 50 at 51, has been up at 35. Couple of titles she's won: Gstaad 2016, Zhangjiang in 2024. Always been a very solid performer on tour, reached 2 main tour finals, 2021 at Lyon and Monterey, Wimbledon quarter-finalist also that year. Her best showing this year to the Final Four at Nottingham in June. And Anna Golubic, always a very awkward customer, gets a lot of balls back into play, defends well, mixes well, and then that backhand.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, isn't it? Because she's got that variety. She's got the single-hander. We don't see that too often on tour anymore, but she's also got that ability to slice. And as you said, she's very crafty, isn't she? She doesn't necessarily possess the huge amounts of power that we see from a lot of the other players, but she is such an intelligent player on the court.
Yeah, she really is. And Iga Świątek, her opponent here this afternoon from Poland, number 8 in the world, former world number 1, 7th seed here this week. It's been an interesting couple of years, hasn't it, for Iga? And she won her 4th French Open in 2024. Not many of us thought there would be a long wait for the next title. It was over a year, but she won Wimbledon in 2025. Two titles followed, Cincinnati and Seoul. A tally at 25 at the moment. As for this season, a lot of quarterfinals, 4 times in total, plus a semi-final in Rome. And Anna, a very interesting first-round win, wasn't it, against Sara Balic, cruising 6-love and 3-love, and then that game came along.
Yeah, that 22-minute game, wasn't it? That really was decisive. I think if she'd have got that, I think she'd have obviously swept past Balic, but just didn't come out on the right side of that. And then her form really dropped off. The forehand disappeared. She was just not as confident. There were some murmurings over to her box, and as I said, I think they'll have addressed it, and it will be a definitely different Iga Świątek today.
Yeah, absolutely. She won't want to be having any more wobbles like that. As for the heads-to-head, well, they have met 3 times before. Świątek leads 2 wins to 1, including the last 2 meetings, both on the hard court. Golubic's win actually back in 2019 at SW19. And there is our umpire. A very good afternoon to Ettore Russo. Well, the last 2 or 3 days we've been blessed with plenty of sunshine. It's sunny at the moment, but you'll see just behind the stand there some cloud bubbling up. There is some showers potentially later in the afternoon. Hopefully they'll blow through, or even better, they'll miss us completely. But still very warm, 23 degrees Celsius. Very pleasant indeed. And confirmation as well. Iga Świątek winning the toss, and she has elected to serve.
Ladies and gentlemen, Iga Świątek won the toss.
In probability as well, whilst we're here. The wind predicted this week is just going one way or the other. 90% to Iga Świątek. Bit generous, I think.
Oh, I don't know. I think if I had to put my money one way or the other, I'd definitely go for Iga Świątek, but maybe I'd have just given Victoria Golubic a little bit more of a chance.
Maybe 11%.
I was thinking 12.
There we go.
And the warm-up.
But I think a lot will depend on the start here. If Świątek gets off to another flyer, there's not a lot anybody can do when she's in that mood. It should be a fascinating match. 3rd round action here at the National Bank Open, presented by Rogers, is Victoria Golubic up against Iga Świątek. I haven't updated you either of the matches today, some really good ones. Jess Pegula, the 3rd seed in a tremendous run of form against Kamila Rakimova. And then the evening session, Arina Sabalenka against Shuai Zhang. And then some doubles actually to finish things off on centre. The UK 200 Miller Samsonova against a very, very exciting partnership, Venus Williams and Alexandra Iala. So another day, another fabulous lineup of matches here in Toronto. It starts with Iga Świątek, the number 7 seed, against Victoria Golubic. And it will be the former world number 1, Iga Świątek, to get this match off and underway. That's interesting. In the whole of a match against Sara Balic, Świątek didn't find one ace or one double fault. Opens up with the latter.
That was a side in the opening round for Swiatek that let her down. That was where the unforced errors came. Well, not the opening couple of points that she would have wanted.
Yeah, better serve out wide there though from Swiatek. They're the sort of points that Golubic will really want. Long points where she can just start to impose her creativity.
Oh, absolutely. And you saw that backhand. She was just finding the length on the ball. And you can see she'll be very happy there, Natalia, with how she started so far. A couple of early break points.
It is an early break, goodness me. Compared to the opening game of the first match for Iga Swiatek, that is most unexpected. Broken relatively easy. And Viktoria Golubic will be delighted with that. That is just the start she would have wanted. And a couple of good wins actually, Golubic, to get into the third round. Beat Kimberly Burrell in straight sets and then had to come back from a set down to beat Donna Vekic in 3. The key for Golubic here would have been a fast start, would have been an early breaker serve, and she's got it. So opportunity now for her to get that backed up and apply a bit of early pressure.
Viktoria Golubic to serve.
She couldn't resist that one. But she's not the type of player that gives you a lot of pace. It's going to force Swiatek to stay a little bit closer to that baseline. She's got to be more aggressive, try and take charge of the points.
Natalia has been in Viktoria Golubic's coaching corner for a number of years now. Very much a family affair. Golubic had a couple of great points on the Swiatek serve, and now it is Iga's opportunity to try and take one of these two to get back on level terms. First one safe.
Oh, nicely done. But you could already see Swiatek really focusing the attack on the Golubic backhand. The forehand really is the weapon for the Swiss player. She can do a little bit more damage, take control of the points, as you saw there with the forehand down the line. And then the good overhead put away.
Really got stuck into that point. Swiatek from the off, and she does break straight back. It is 1 game all then here on centre.
Notice that relentless attacking to the backhand corner, just progressively pushing Golubic wider and wider before she just gets the short ball. She's never going to miss this forehand.
Fist pumps from player and coach alike. Almost guided that down the line.
15 love.
Well, Swiatek would slow out of the blocks in her first service game, but not this one.
Oh, this has been better, hasn't it? Controlling the points, pulling Golubic from side to side now.
Seals it with the first ace, not only of the match, but of the week. Much, much better there from Swiatek. She leads 2 games to 1 as the players enjoy their first sit-down.
Rogers customers, you can get the best seats, access and perks with Rogers Beyond the Seat. Visit Rogers.com/Beyond the Seat to learn more.
These 2 lucky Rogers customers just got a Beyond the Seat upgrade to sit courtside. Congratulations, Rogers customers. Get exclusive access to the best sports and entertainment experiences. To learn how you can win a Rogers Beyond the Seat experience, visit Rogers.com/Beyond the Seat. Enjoy a great seat. Congratulations.
interesting start to the match. 3 games played, 2 breaks to serve. Swiatek very, very stuttery in her first service game, but much better second time round. So Swiatek has held. Golubic will be hoping to follow suit.
Good point there, using the forehand once again. But you do wonder maybe at some point, just with the lack of pace on the Golubic serve, if maybe Swiatek is just going to shift forward a little bit more. What she did there, got her feet inside the baseline, just wasn't able to execute.
Oh, better, much better aggression and intensity there from Swiatek.
Oh, such good racket head speed as well. It wasn't easy, that ball was low. She had to really get under the ball, generate a lot of topspin to bring it inside the baseline.
Turning the screw now. Swiatek, that's a quality point, and she's recovered from 40 love down on the Golubic serve and got it to juice.
I felt almost like during that point it was a practice drill, wasn't it? Golubic having to move from side to side to side, and she actually managed to work her way back into the point.
Last 3 points from Swiatek have been much better in terms of intensity and intention. Just beginning to impose herself more on the match now. Yeah, that felt ominous, really. Swiatek was there nice and fast and deadly accurate with the placement.
I'm not sure whether this was going for the drop shot, trying to go deep with a slice, and then it sort of was in between, really, wasn't it? Just a short ball there for Swiatek to put away.
4 points in a row. break point to extend the lead. She has too good off that backhand. 5 excellent points in a row there from Iga Świątek. 3-1.
Leads by 3 games to 1.
Just turning the screw that game, wasn't she? She's just started to figure it out. Again, attacking that Golubic backhand. Just not able to do anything with it with the backhand slice. Ominous early signs, isn't it?
Absolutely. It was a shaky start, I think. Świątek will be the first to admit that. In that first service game when she was broken, but since then, she's, as you say, Anna, begun to turn the screw, pose herself, and now she'll look for a short, sharp hold to really take charge of the set. Do you know what? If I can see one Golubic backhand in the match, I'm happy. And that's it.
That was a good one, wasn't it? And it wasn't easy to time the ball. It was kicking up at shoulder height. And she just lets rip on it. And that's the ability that she has. She's such a talented player.
It's one of the best sights in tennis, that. Golubic's backhand in full flow. It's beautiful. Well, that just arcs beautifully onto the line.
80-15.
That's the problem though for Golubic. She's not finding the length on the ball. You can just see on this one, just nowhere near deep enough. Gives Świątek plenty of time to set up on the forehand.
First serve.
Again, just softening Golubic up with the backhands and finding the killer blow.
And just progressively finding more and more angle off that backhand. And Golubic, when she's pushed into that backhand corner, she can just not get out of it.
Well, this is what great players do. Swiatek off to a slow start, losing the first game, but she's reeled off 4 in a row, and she's looking very, very dangerous. 4-1, then she leads, 22 minutes on the clock.
Archery. Our Court Surface Archer is proud to support the National Bank Open. Play your court program. Every time a player serves an ace in Toronto, $15 will be donated to help restore more than 100 courts across Canada by 2030. The future of tennis.
Well, it was a good start by Viktoria Golubic, but it's been tough going since she broke Iga Swiatek in the opening game of the match. Too good again. Swiatek really now going through the gears.
And Golubic not getting a lot of luck here with this backhand clipping the top of the tape. Gave Swiatek plenty of time and ended up being an easy backhand put away. That's the danger now for Golubic when she does get the forehand, try to do a little bit too much. And that's when the errors just start creeping in. Oh, that's more like it. Swiatek just dropping the length off the return. And then Golubic all over this backhand.
Nearly. Good line, just not quite the length. Really attacked that one. Yeah, and of course, Anna, the longer Swiatek can keep Golubic off serve, stop a holding serve, the more that's going to really start affecting the Swiss player.
Yeah, it's never a nice feeling to feel like you're serving the whole time and just the constant pressure.
really got stuck into the return and will be disappointed with the backhand that followed. Victoria Golubic take a bow. What a way to get your first holder serve. A fantastic point.
And as you said, what a point there. And what a way to get the hold. Świątek just threw everything at her, and what a pickup in the end there on the forehand side. A slump of shoulders from Świątek. She can't quite believe she made that one.
I think at half the crowd you saw one of the shots there. Open-mouthed. Tremendous from Golubic, and absolutely needed that. But still, a couple of games adrift here.
Long 15.
Slightly more glum faces in the Świątek corner at the moment, despite the weaker serve she has.
Bit of a loose error there. Fairly routine forehand, especially when you've done so well holding serve. Love 15. Got to make Świątek play.
Next, first set.
Those last 2 points get away. Golubic was building a bit of pressure, a bit of momentum with that wonderful pick up to hold serve, but just swinging slightly back Świątek's way now. It's another winnable point gone begging for Golubic. Yeah, the first serve percentage nowhere near as good as it was in the second round, particularly the first set.
Swiatek's turn for a loose forehand. And this becomes a big game now. Golubic has been working so hard to stay in this opening set.
That has gone long, and Swiatek a little relieved, one suspects. Golubic was threatening a comeback, but Swiatek keeps it nicely at arm's length, leading 5-2. Third 3 minutes on the clock, Len, in a first set that has seen Golubic threaten occasionally, but on the whole, Swiatek has been pretty dominant. Slow start, yes, but then really powered on. Very important hole to serve just now for Swiatek to get herself within a game of the opening set.
The first set.
She's still not winning that cross-court battle on the backhand side. And you could hear the frustration building for Golubic. I think she's running out of ideas a little bit here about what to do.
Oh, just again the accuracy. Right on the postage stamp there from Swiatek.
It's not only that, it's a spin that she's able to generate. If you looked at this, you thought maybe it was going to fly long. But just look at the way that it dips down right before it gets to the line.
Yeah, look at Golubic's reaction. It's almost, I think she completely thought, like you say, that was going long and then just dipped. Brilliant from Swiatek. Yeah, very good this from Swiatek. Looking like the excellent front runner that we know she is. Yes, as I said, a little wobble at the start of the match, but when she's hit the front, she has kept Golubic well and truly out of sight. 3 set points here for the 7th seed. should have taken it at the first time of asking.
15-14.
A surprising miss there. Golubic just dropping that one short. We've seen it a couple of times. They're sort of in between the drop shot and just a short slice backhand. Not really doing either. He would have backed Swiatek to make that one.
Oh dear, well that's not the way you want to lose a set, but Golubic sends down a double fault. Swiatek says thank you very much, and the first set safely on the board for Iga Swiatek. 6-2, just shy of 40 minutes.
Should be pretty happy with the way that opening set panned out. Obviously went down that early break of serve, but then you felt as the set went on, she just started to go through the gears a little bit more, and it's worrying times now for Golubic, isn't it? She's just struggling to see how she's going to win points. She threw pretty much everything that she could at Swiatek in that opening set, and she didn't get much in return. Let's just take a look at the numbers there, and you can just see the contrast in the serving percentages. Yes, Golubic making 70%, but you can just see how ineffective it is against Swiatek, who's been pretty much the best returner on tour this season. And contrasting for Swiatek, 82% of points won behind the first serve. And again, you see Golubic limited to just the 3 winners. It's just testament to how well Swiatek moves, and Golubic just hasn't found ways to hurt the pole.
Yeah, work to do for Victoria Golubic. Iga Swiatek, well, that's 3 sets of tennis she's played, only 5 games drop. It's looking ominous here for Victoria Golubic.
Congratulations and welcome everybody to National Bang Day.
Time. Second set. Swiatek to serve.
So, set number 2. Iga Swiatek to serve. We should be hoping for a much better service game than the opener in set number 1. Ah, yes. It's another beauty off the backhand of Golubic.
You can tell that Swiatek's feeling confident out there. We don't see her come to the net too much, do we? Followed that short ball in. Just doesn't quite look as comfortable up there.
It is ominous, and she's getting more frustrated. Victoria Golubic, and also, she won't thank me for this stat, but Swiatek this season, when she's lost when she's won the first set, has won 22 matches overall and lost just 4. So, as we know, an excellent front runner, the Polish player.
Ready 15.
the amount of targeting Swiatek's doing on that backhand. She's getting so much success though, isn't she?
Yeah, why would you change it? And again, just as the point goes on, she just progressively finds more and more width. Gets Golubic on the stretch.
Yeah, it's really, really windy at the moment. Gusting around. But still, Swiatek very much in charge here. Set and a game to love up. One other result to bring you, actually. Match started a little earlier over on Grandstand. A 3-set thriller. Katerina Alexandrova getting past Talia Gibson. 5-7, 6-1, 6-3. Tremendous matches. I'm just looking at all the matches we got on both courts today. Pegula Rakimova next, and then Sabalenka Shuai Zhang this evening, followed by the doubles, Kato and Samsonova against Diana and Williams, and on Grandstand, Kalinskaya against Schneider now. Then I think the match of the day, actually, Kostyuk against Keys will be tremendous. And Bartkova, Anisimova, and Svitolina and Potapova finishing the day off over there. You're spoilt for choice. Give Swiatek, I beg your pardon, that much time and come in and use her forehand to such good effect there. It just put Golubic in big trouble, and an easy put away in the end for Swiatek at the net.
First
It's an absolutely glorious touch from Swiatek.
How often do we see that? Not very, that's for sure, from Swiatek. And you can just sense the confidence flowing. We're seeing her making those moves forward to the net, and now all of a sudden she's bringing out drop shots like that.
I'll tell you what, I think she should play them more. That was an absolute worldie. She enjoyed it. Oh, she's definitely enjoying herself now. Swiatek, and I think, as you were saying, Anna, at the end of the first set, as much as Golubic is finding the first serve, and look at the 15 points to 5, the last 20 points, but as much as she's finding the first serve, it's not having much effect, is it? Swiatek is all over it.
Didn't miss by much. You can just see as well in the stats. I mean, Swiatek's winning 63% of return points against a Golubic serve. I mean, that is ridiculous numbers.
Disappointed. Both those points, Swiatek.
I just wondered if there's maybe an opportunity to go for that drop shot again when she went for the slice backhand deep. I thought, this perfect moment. Chose not to do it that time.
She's peaked, I think.
She couldn't get any better after that one.
Another service game passes Golubic by. Just the one hold in the match, and my word, she had to work for that early on in the first set. But no such joy at the start of set two. Swiatek has broken again.
You can just see the body language as well, can't you, from Golubic? Shoulders slumped when she missed that slice.
I think you get a fear for Golubic if she doesn't get a break here.
It's got a very similar feel to their previous encounter. 6-2, 6-love to Swiatek. It is heading that way, isn't it?
Yeah, you just wonder, don't you, what can Golubic do? Because Swiatek's all over her serve. She's now serving really well herself. Golubic just can't impose herself.
No, it's tricky, isn't it? Sometimes you just got to take a few chances, just try and go a little bit bigger on the forehand. Maybe she just needs to try and throw in the drop shot, chip and charge, serve and volley, just mix it, just gives Swiatek a different look. She hasn't been able to do that so far.
Are you on drop shot commission today?
I wish I was. I love a drop shot.
It's true though. I think it'd be a good idea just to keep Swiatek on her toes. But here we go. 3-love looks ominous. It is. Golubic's backhand can only find the nets, and Swiatek is reeling off the games in no time at all. It is now a set and 3-love. She leads by.
Fans get peak performance with reliable, fast, secure Wi-Fi with Rogers Xfinity. Visit Rogers.com today.
Well, 52 minutes is all we've had so far. How much longer have we got here? Yeah, Higa's not in the mood to hang around. often does that happen when you're the one leading? And then it's a kick in the stomach for your opponent when you also get a big slice of luck.
This is getting away from her very quickly now. She is just motoring through this Świątek.
That just highlights, doesn't it? Golubic's serve, sadly, is ineffective here. Gone long, a break to love. For love now. Świątek not in the mood to hang around. Well, Iga's Bakery was open for the first set the other day against Sada Beylik. Won't be open for business in a little while at this rate. Contrast to the first match where there was a tremendous first set and a wobble in the second. A shaky start in the first, but she's been tremendous in the second set here. Oh, lovely. And I think as well, Anna, what Świątek will want here is to get the job done. I think she'll feel she's moved on and progressed from the first match if you can avoid another wobble.
I was thinking exactly the same thing. I think there would definitely have been a conversation with her and her team about that wobble in the second set. And there would definitely have been that emphasis on maintaining that consistency and trying not to have that dip, and she's done incredibly well in this match so far. Obviously just needs a couple more games to close it out, but looks like it's gonna happen fairly swiftly.
Oh, what an angle. Well, the hand comes up, maybe not the cleanest of strikes, but there is simply nothing Golubic can do here.
No, she can't. And when it's going in your favour, it really is. We saw the net cord in the previous game, and that one, once again, maybe just clipping the frame, finding that shorter angle than she intended.
Still time for a bit of magic from Golubic's backhand.
And you got another one that you wanted, two in the match. Well, it is a thing of beauty when it comes off, and just the freedom that she hits that shot with.
Just about on the line, and Świątek just a game away now from the fourth round. It is 5-love, second set.
fighting for equity.
Making us all smile. Yep, hello. Lovely to see all ages here, particularly the younger fans. And yeah, everyone's enjoying this, I'm sure. Particularly the Swiatek fans, Golubic fans. Well, maybe they are beginning to fear that her campaign is coming to an end here in Toronto. Again, wasting no time. Swiatek getting over on the backhand side of Golubic.
She hasn't really worried about trying to change direction with that one. Had multiple opportunities there. She's just been insistent that she's going to go to that backhand corner. She's had so much success throughout the match.
Well, chance the least for Golubic to avoid the dreaded bagel. A lot for she or Natalia to smile about this afternoon. So, first game of the second set on the board for Golubic. But Swiatek with plenty of time to get the job done.
She can't afford those errors. Not a lot of pace on that serve.
defending from Golubic, but Swiatek, you felt, was always going to have the last say.
And how hard is it to get Swiatek out of position? Even when she's sliding around this hard court, her balance is just so good.
That drifts long.
40-15.
Just past the 1 hour mark. Iga Swiatek with her first match point.
Thank you.
And for the second match in a row, it is just 3 games dropped by Iga Swiatek. Another commanding performance from the 7th seed. She has swept past Victoria Golubic in 66 minutes. 6-2, 6-1. And that is another tremendous performance, Anna Smith.
Well, she'll be much happier with her performance today, won't she? There was no wobbles whatsoever. She came out, obviously had that slow start, got broken in the opening game, but then she just did not look back. That was more the Iga Swiatek that we expect, and yeah, she'll be very pleased with what she put up today.
Absolutely. I think, as you said earlier in the match, the objective would have been to get through and not have a wobble. Just more solid, more clean, very authoritative. Yeah, she'll head back to a camp tonight pretty happy with the day's work.
And with all aspects of her game as well. I think we saw a little bit more variety, didn't we? You know, she threw in a drop shot. I love a drop shot. She threw in the slice. She came forward as well. And I think that was just a sign of the growing confidence. You know, the opening set, she was finding her feet still, but it was just flowing as the match went on.
Yeah, I mean, Victoria Golubic kind of ran out of options in the end. The serve was ineffective, and Swiatek was really effective on her serve despite the early wobble. And once the first set was out the way, Swiatek just went through a couple more gears, and Golubic really had no answers at all. Very happy indeed, player and coaches alike. And she's into the next round. Iga Swiatek, as I was saying, just 6 games dropped in the 2 matches so far. That is ominous form she is showing. So she's courtside now. Let's hear her thoughts.
Well, Iga, many congratulations. A very, very dominating performance today, dropping just 3 games. You must be delighted with your performance, and through to the next round, summarize your performance today.
Yeah, for sure it was a good day, and I'm really happy with the way I played. Even though, you know, the first game was not super smooth, I knew, you know, I can start from the beginning, and then, you know, it went my way and I could find my rhythm, so I'm really happy with today.
Yeah, well played. Chants of Iga going around the stadium as well. well just towards the end of the match. I mean, your support is always phenomenal, especially here in Toronto. A great Polish contingency here, and I'm sure you felt that on the court today.
Yeah, thank you guys for that. I gotta say, I heard before the tournament that there are many Polish people here and Polish fans, so I didn't know if I should believe that, but every time you convince me, you know, that you guys are everywhere and you're supporting me, so I'm really grateful for that, and thank you.
Great support. Just finally, you finished up nice and early today. You're going to go home and relax. Obviously, the winner of Marta Kostyuk and Madison Keys, you'll play in the next round. You're probably not going to watch that today, though, are you? Just going to focus on yourself and recovery?
Well, yeah, recovery is the most important thing, but for sure, you know, I'm going to prepare tactically. I don't know if I'm going to watch or not. We'll see how the day goes, but no pressure, you know. Usually I don't watch, so if I do, it's going to just be, you know, additional value, but if I don't, it's also fine. So I'm going to focus on myself and just chill today.
All right, listen, well played. Enjoy the rest, and we'll see you in the next round. Give it up, everyone, for Iga Świątek.
Yeah, the Polish contingent, of which there were plenty here. Very, very happy with Iga Świątek this afternoon. What impressed you most overall? I just think the growing confidence, wasn't it? And as you say, playing, adding the variety, just enjoying herself more.
Yeah, she played with a smile on her face, didn't she? And I think the key thing was just, as you're saying, playing more of a consistent match. You know, we saw a lot of good things in the opening match, but then obviously just the dip in that second set. But there was just a much better base level here. She was trying a few things out, trying a few more of the slice backhands, just trying to mix things up, came forward a little bit more. So I think whatever she'd been working on in practice really worked today.
Absolutely. A relaxing afternoon ahead for Iga Świątek. She's into the next round.
Let's just take a look at the numbers there. Well, no surprise, all in favour of Iga Świątek. You can just see there how effective the serve was. I think, Mark, you mentioned it. Just Golubic wasn't able to make any inroads on her service games. Just 43% of service points won in comparison to 79%. And you can see again, Świątek, the movement that she possesses. She just limited Golubic to just the 5 winners. And she limited the unforced errors again today. She was better, Świątek, and I still feel like she's got more in the locker, but she'll be very, very pleased with her day's work.
Absolutely. Going through the gears nicely and